Hello, everybody. I'm trying to go live on Instagram right now, and I forgot how to do it. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I just do that. Oh my gosh. Sorry, guys. This today has already been one of the craziest days that I've had in a long time. When you get here, say hello so I know you guys are hanging out. Let's go like this so you can see my stupid face, and then we will. Uh-oh, this already got fucked up. How did I fuck this up? Oh my gosh. Sorry. Caitlin! Um, oh man, how did I mess this up? I was doing so well with this stupid stand, and now it's all fucked up. Oh my god. You know what? Fuck it. We're just gonna unplug so I could just do some normal shit. Let's see. So far, what's happened today? There was an earthquake about 3 minutes ago. I'm still trying to get info on it. And there's about, I don't know, more than 1,000 people outside my window. Because Mexican citizens who live outside of Mexico are allowed to vote in today's elections in Mexico. But the only place in LA they're allowed to vote is the Mexican consulate, which is, if you took my block, it is catty corner from where I am, like on the other side of the block. But like you'd have to go like up one street, down another street. The thing is going both ways. So, yeah, and I'm going to have to repeat that now because now we're also live on Instagram. I'm trying to do dose things at once. So, for those of you just joining us here, I just had an earthquake at my house, and there is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people outside my window voting in the Mexican elections today. So that's what I woke up to today. That's also why this is earlier than normal, because I am worried that something else crazy is going to happen today and I won't be able to get this stream done. And I've been up for hours now. So I figured, fuck it, let's do it. Hello. Boom. So that's what's going on. And then I wanted to give you guys all updates on the sale I did in the month of May, because a bunch of my chapbooks are now sold out. And there are a bunch that there's only one or two left of, and then the rest of them there's still a ridiculous amount of. So it's all good. So, what is everybody doing today? It's Sunday, at least here, wherever you guys are. If you guys at all, I think the earthquake was in South Pasadena. That's the most information I got. And that's pretty close. That's like just, I don't know, like maybe 8 to 10 minutes from here. So, howdy. How you doing? Howdy. I'm currently going through all my chapbooks from you. We had a massive. Oh, you had a T-ball game today? Let me see. Oh, massive rain. No T-ball game today. I gotcha. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. It's actually cloudy here today, so it's kind of chilly. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was rain. And my mom just texted me, which means she felt the earthquake too. So that is a thing. Okay, so I think first off, what I'll do is I will show the chapbooks that let's see, writing poetry and waiting for Adam to go live. What time does Adam go live? Is he supposed to go live right now? Because I don't want to actually stream against his stream. And I know that usually when Adam's stream ends, people come into mine. So I wanted to make sure I'm not stepping on Adam's toes. I don't want to step on Adam's tootsies. I actually need to talk to him at 1 p.m. Central. Okay, so Central is 2 hours ahead of me at 1 p.m. Central. So is that still 2 hours away? Or wait, 11:12. Yeah, I think that's right. I'm Pacific time. Yeah, I think he is. Okay, so if he's not going to go on for another hour or two, like I'm okay doing this. All right. Less than an hour. Oh my God. Okay, maybe I could get this going in an hour. Jeff, what's up, man? How are you doing? I dig the new channel thing you got going on, bro. Adam comes on in 55 minutes. Okay. Yeah, again, I got sketchy because a bunch of crazy shit's been happening here today. So I just wanted to get on and do this as quickly as I can. I'm enjoying doing the videos. Awesome. So everyone go follow Jeff Taylor Poetry on YouTube if you haven't yet. All right, so we are going to go down the list of chapbooks and stuff because last month, May, was a really good month, especially since I was trying something new where it was like, just, email me and bleh, So that was a cool little thing that went down and it seemed to work out okay. So, real quick, the ones that I still have a bunch of, if you guys are curious, the chapbooks that are short stories. So, Anxious Anxiety, Panic, and Preview of a Dangerous Mind. I still have a ton of these. Jeff just got back from taking the kid to T-ball. Well, Caitlin said it was raining. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are way far apart. Hello. So I still have a bunch of these. Oh, my books are in your next video? Okay, cool. Awesome. So I still have a bunch of these, so no biggie there. As far as the poetry goes, I still have a bunch of extra. I don't have a bunch, but I still have a good amount of my latest one, What the Fuck is Happening? That's there. Mart, I don't have a ton of, but more than 10. And then I really, like I've told you guys before, it's going off out there. It's going off out there. Hello, Chuck. I really overestimated the desire that people would want to see me with furry underwear on, even if it's a pretend picture and my body is made out of plastic. I have a ton of these guys left. Nobody really cared to see me naked. I was shocked. I was as shocked as you guys. I thought for sure me in furry underwear would have been one of the most sought after things in the world. But again, me as an action figure are nostalgic poems looking back at my childhood and shit like that. Mart is poems about losing my fucking mind in Walmart and hopefully not murdering anybody. Extra were the extra poems that didn't make it in Winner Your Mom's Sodomy Prize for Poetry. Oh yeah, and then those are the short stories. And then What the Fuck Is Happening is kind of a me losing my mind book, but more of like a I'm losing my mind and I'm finally okay with it. I'm not going to really bitch about it anymore and it's going to be fine. So those are the ones that I have tons of copies of. So you guys can go grab those if you want. On my Etsy shop, the prices for those guys are reduced. But I think what I want to get into now is what sold out this month. Because I was shocked on a couple of these. So, the first one that just like kind of blew my mind is fuck you. There's no more fuck yous. I have 0 fucks left to give to you guys. No more fucks. So this was how many were there of these? There were 20 copies of these. The first 9 signed, and these are gone. And this is a really fairly recent book, so that's why that kind of I wasn't expecting that. Let me see. Okay, I see what's going on here. Let me just do it like this. Let's see. Those are the worst. Oh, are you guys still talking about T-ball? Okay. My kid's T-ball game was rained out. Ours was so hot we had to take water breaks every 5 to 10 minutes. Jesus, those are the worst games. Hopefully he kept the spirits up. Yeah. All right. The next one that sold out, which I'm also surprised, is MacArthur Park. And when I say surprised, it's because I always think that like you guys know, you guys are poets who are watching this, or some of you guys are just writers. That's fine too. You'll understand what I'm saying. There will be stories you write or poems you write that you think are fucking bangers. And you're like, oh my God, this is going to be the one that I'm known for. Okay. This is it. And then that one just doesn't really take off, but something that you didn't even want to put out, but you just did because you're like, you put out, and then all of a sudden that's the thing that does really, really well. It blows your mind. It's why I always say, like, when you write your shit, when you're done with it, it's dead to you because it's not yours anymore. It was yours when you were writing it, and then once you're done, it no longer belongs to you. It belongs to the readers, and that's it. So MacArthur Park, poems about this neighborhood, actually, and this situation going on outside right now would have been a great thing to put into the thing. Breaking form. How are you guys doing? I don't know which one it is, but hello. How are you doing? So this book, let's see. There were 37 of these, and these are just poems about living in this area of MacArthur Park. So that's sold out now. Type Fast, sold out. This is one of the poetry on writing books I did. There were 50 of these. This is gone. So there's no more Type Fast. Again, this isn't the one that I thought would sell out first. Just being honest with you guys. This was the book you had when you... Oh, MacArthur Park was what I put out when you first started watching? Cool. Whoa, oh, okay. I'm just not going to touch you anymore. You're fine over there. Okay. Type Daily, sold out. Again, this one had 50 copies, and not the first one or second one that I thought was going to go out. Caitlin says, counting done. I own 37 chapbooks. God damn. You know what's crazy? When you say 37, that shocks me a little bit. I'm like, holy shit. I wrote 37 chapbooks? Fuck. That's pretty awesome. Go Caitlin for kicking ass. Also, tonight sold out. This one had 50 copies sold out. And then One Man Massacre sold out. This one only had 15 copies. And this is the book where, wait, this is it, right? Where I wrote poems in the same month, a year apart, to see how far I grew as a person. Yeah, that's right. And tonight were poems I wrote in one night with you guys on a writing Zoom. So that was fun. Hello. Hello. And then this one didn't sell out this month, but Abnormal Brain, it was just in the pile. This one is also sold out now. So with the exception of Abnormal Brain, having I don't know, 6 of my chapbooks sell out, that tripped me out, especially Fuck You. I thought I would be hanging on to these copies for a lot longer. Scotty, what's up? How are you doing? Let's see. I need to start collecting your chapbooks. Oh, I can still get some of them. Well, that was the next thing we're going to be talking about. So thank you for the segue. That was amazing. Good job. These are books that I only have 1 or 2 left of. Okay. Because these kind of went down pretty quick. That's what she said. Oh, shit. I did it. I'm sorry. Okay. So, we'll do the books I have 2 left of first. Let me see. Where does that pile start? Boom. Okay, so it goes from here to there. Okay, cool. So these books I only have 2 left of. Okay, so the first one is Red Book, which is just poems about the color red. Not about the color red, but there are red things in the poems in this book. This one was a very small run, and it's one of the smaller books. There's 11 copies of this that were made. But yeah, so I have 2 copies of this left. Type Hard. I have 2 copies of this left out of 50. I thought this one would be the one gone first. But no, nobody cares about my fucking fingers. Okay. So yeah, I have 2 copies of this left. Death by Datura, which is a book of poems about the desert trying to kill me when I lived in the desert. Which one don't you have, Caitlin? Caitlin, tell me which one you don't have. But yeah, so this one, 15 copies of this were made. Red Book. Okay. Well, I will put a Red Book aside for you because I still have Dos Amigos of those. Okay. So there's that. 13 Miles South of Hell, the like kind of horror inspired poems. There are how many of these? 31, I think. Yeah, so 31 of these guys. I have 2 of these left as well. And then I found an extra copy of this one. So Funeral for a Friend. This is like my eulogy poems for my MacBook that died, that made me really sad. There were 13 copies of this, and I found an extra copy of it. And then finally, Off the Grid, which they all have individual written covers, and there were 26 of these made, and I have 2 left of these. So all of these ones, again, you can get on my Etsy shop if you want them while supplies last. And then I'm going to tell you about another little special sale thing I'm doing today. Now, these are the books I only have one more of. And after these ones are gone, they're gone. Okay. So, Type Drunk, Poetry on Writing, Volume 4. There's 50 of these. This is the last one of these. One Night. Again, I would have thought One Night would have sold faster than Two Night, but apparently Hot Pink is cooler than Neon Green. So that was shocking. I think there are, what was it? 48 copies of this one made. That one had a weird number that was like, yeah, incorrect. Coldest Beer in the Desert. What's up? These are poems about the little like liquor store out in the desert when I lived in the desert during COVID. And that was like the only thing that was keeping me sane and shit like that. And this one has a cover made by my child. Really good one. So, yeah. So last one of those. And then finally, shit poems. Poems about shit, and they're probably not that good. And you could rip out the pages and use as toilet paper. So that's awesome. So yeah. So those guys there, there's only one of these left. So if you want these, I love shit poems. Thank you, Caitlin. Mindy, hey, what's up? How are you doing? And if anyone, while we're doing this, wants to look up how big the earthquake was in, I think it was in Pasadena today, probably around 9:55, 9:56, something around there. And let me know how big that earthquake was. That would be awesome. But yeah, so I only have, these are the only ones I have left of these. So if you want those, grab those at my Etsy shop. And then these are, and I'm just going to show you which ones I only have a few copies of, like more than a couple. But Los Angeles, Poems About LA, I have 4 copies of this left. So that's a thing. Just some raunchy poems about LA. P.O. Box 3054, the poems about the post office and my interactions at the post office in the desert. That's fun. And then On the Beach with the gold vellum cover. I only have, how many of these? I have 8 of these left. Last Chance about the gas station. What is the name of the horror poems? That one is called 13 Miles South of Hell. This one I have 9 copies of, about the desert gas station. Poems Over Kitty or Pussy or whatever you want to say. This one I have 10 copies of, and Drinking Less with the individual wine stained covers. I have 10 of these left too. So that is that as far as the chapbooks that are still available. And yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I rushed through that because as people were getting loud outside, I started like raising my voice and talking faster. But anyhow, if you guys have any questions about writing or poetry or what the fuck is going on outside or earthquakes or whatever, now let's talk about it. Now that I got all of the stuff out of the way. Lori just ordered. Thank you, Lori. Oh, that's what I was going to tell you guys. So right now, I think I'm going to do it today only because again, I'm closing my Etsy shop here really soon. But if you go to my store, where is it? Today only, extra is only $1. So hopefully now you have one copy left. Well, thank you. But extra is only $1. So if you want to pick that up, I'll throw one of these in on your order, so you can have one of those too. Yeah. So extra, $1, a bunch of things going quickly, and so now there's only, and then I'm gonna, yeah. So what one was that? Oh, I love horror poetry. Yeah. Let me see. I'm re-downloading Etsy so I can order from you. We didn't have earthquakes, but we did have hail. How big is your hail? Like when you have hailstorms out there, like are you guys worried about like your windshields breaking and like windows getting fucked up and shit? Poetic Artifacts, what is up? It has been a minute. Hola, Matt Waldo. Hope you have been splendid. You've been posting shower vids. Are you going to start your OnlyFans? Are you going to start an OnlyFans? You know what? I would love to start an OnlyFans, but it's kind of a lot of work. Everyone I know who has an OnlyFans, they got to like put a lot of work into promoting their videos they do when they're naked and doing shit. And I just don't have that kind of drive. So I would rather just get necky for free and I don't know, have YouTube throw a commercial on the front of it, which is crazy that I could do shower videos and that somehow fits into the guidelines of YouTube. But if I don't know, say shit too many times, I get demonetized. Go figure. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. But other than that, how are you? Other than the fucking snide comments about me being fucking naked, you piece of shit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, YouTube's wild. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to talk about this real quick. I'm going to end up doing a video on this anyway, but I'll talk about it real quick because this came up yesterday. I was asked, how do you continue writing when you are a new parent? This question came from somebody who is a brand new mother, and parenting is quite new to them. And I didn't know exactly how to answer the question besides talking about what my experience was when I had my child. And when I had my kid, that was right when Creeper Sin started playing. Like the band I've been in for 10, 20 fucking years now. We just started. We were playing a lot of shows, so that was really stressful. But I was writing a lot of songs. And it seemed like once the kid came, I was writing a lot more. But I was also really highly agoraphobic because I did not know how to cope with the idea that now I am in charge and responsible for this small like ball of flesh that needs to like grow up and not like accidentally die and shit like that. And so I was super overprotective, super freaking out all the time. And I always thought that somebody was going to do something horrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always thought the worst. So, what I ended up doing was I actually wrote my first film script at this point, and it was a story about like home invasion robbers coming in to do unthinkable things to some people. But then it turns out that the people that the victims in the story are actually way more demented and psychotic than the home invaders are. Whatever. I ended up making that script into a book, and that is on my Amazon page if you guys want to check it out. Oh shit! I will give you a hint though. If you are like weak, like weak in the stomach, weak in the heart, do not read this fucking book because it is fucking disgusting. It is filthy. It is like splatterpunk to a ridiculous exploitive degree. But again, I wrote it when I was like 22, and I wrote it in hopes. I think I wrote it in hopes to scare people away from me, to make sure that they would not try to like kidnap my kid and murder my girlfriend like during this whole fucking thing. But it's big in Germany. It's called Bloodlust Romance. But yeah, if you are squeamish, please don't read it because you're not gonna fucking like it. Like, it is horribly disgusting. And the only reason why I keep it up there is because it sells well in other places. So, whatever. Um, let's see. I've been Poetic Artifact says I've been posting guitar vids and poetry vids. Nice, nice, nice. And he says, how do you keep writing when you're a new parent? Give your baby a pen, hold their hand and pen together, and have them write your stuff. Promote having the record for the youngest author ever published. Yeah, but that's kind of ghost written and you know it. Don't try to like make your baby like be a genius. Let's see. Now I have to read it. Don't, Jeff. If you don't like horrible bad stuff, and if you're curious, like, well, what kind of bad stuff? Think of the horror movies that were coming out in 2003, 2004, 2005, that period. The exploitive horror movies that were coming out during that period, because everybody was doing the same thing. Everyone was very much influenced by 70s horror. So like Last House on the Left, I Spit on Your Grave, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, shit like that. So yeah. If my hand never touched the pen that wrote it, who was the ghostwriter, me or the baby? Well, if you were guiding the baby's hand, you would be the ghostwriter. Or no, the baby would be the ghostwriter. No, you would be the ghostwriter. The baby would be the John Grisham. Yeah. I think that's how that works. I don't get real. I don't really get freaked out on shit. Really. Okay, then you'll probably love it. And then there's a second book to it too. So that's fun. So does anyone have any other tips for writing as a new parent? Because the other thing I said was basically write what your fears are for being a parent. Because I think every new parent assumes and is totally terrified of not wanting to fuck their kid up the way that their parents fucked them up. And then as your kid grows up, you end up having this new appreciation for your own parents, maybe, because like you're like, oh wow, my parents probably had these same fucking things with me, and I turned out okay, I guess, but they were probably really worried at one point. And so you do that whole thing. But put that shit into words. Like, put down what you're worried about, put down how you think you're going to fail, and then reflect on like where you think your parents' failings were and why you're trying to like veer from that. And then on top of that, if you ever sit there and say, I'm worried I'm going to fuck my kid up, you're probably going to be fine, because that's just you saying, I need to really do well raising this little fucking human. Oh my God. Okay, so here we go. Caitlin's going to school us all right now. Oh my God, mom of 6 here. I can barely write due to time. I do not make myself feel guilty for not writing. Yes, don't feel guilty for not writing. You got stuff going on. Let's see. Poetic Artifact says, look at me. My parents were sport fanatics, and I became a sci-fi and fantasy writer who writes nothing to do with sports. It all worked out, I guess. Yeah, not feeling guilty is key. Let me see here. Okay, so that's all set up there. Okay, so everything's good. Yeah, so I mean, everything's fine. If you feel like you're worried about how you're going to raise your kid, that probably means you're going to be fine. So don't worry about it. Write when you can. And I mean, everyone shits. So unless you're juggling children while you're taking a shit, you have your phone in your hand and you could just jot a line down. And if you say that's the time you use for scrolling TikTok, then I don't know. You got to juggle TikTok and writing then. Caitlin says, I do have to schedule writing time in the morning because in the evening I am too mentally wiped. I can understand that. I can definitely understand that. As a mom, I don't have time by myself, even in the bathroom. Okay, so Caitlin is juggling children in the bathroom. So that's okay. Poetic Artifact says, when Charles Darwin was raising his 4 kids, he used to give them scraps of paper to draw on. Oh, I thought you were going to say he used to make them fight to the death to see which kid he would actually raise. That would have been a better way to go. Charles Darwin, what a dick. No, I'm just kidding, guys. And again, for those of you latecomers, there are probably, I would say, thousands of people outside my window right now, because there's a line going like this and then a line going like this around the entire block of Mexican nationals who, for the first time ever, have been given the right to vote in an election in Mexico, even though they live outside of Mexico. And the election is today. And so there has been a ton of people like wrapped around my building. I posted a short and a reel about it, and it'll be in a vlog eventually coming up here soon. Let's see. Babies mostly will have a regular time they nap, so those nap times could be good writing time. Having older ones is trickier. I usually stay up late. I don't know. Like, I only had one like little kid at once. Like, I raised a stepson, but he was much older and he was kind of to himself. But like my little one, from a very early age, I think she understood that like that was what I do and that was what my work was. And like we were like joined at the hip until she was probably like 13. And but like she knew like there were a couple hours throughout the day where like I needed to do this thing and she needed to be content, and then she would be in bed by like 8 or 9, and then I would do more shit at night. But I know that's not how every uh child parent relationship is. I kind of lucked out on that one. Let's see here. Poetic Artifact says it's proper evolution. The only way to perfect survival is gladiator duels among kids. I advocate for Hunger Games scenarios. Yeah. Like make it happen, and let's monetize that. Let's get some corporate endorsements on these kids. Yeah, I think we should do that. And then whichever kid loses, that corporation has to pay more taxes as a punishment for picking the wrong kid. Oh shit, this is getting good. Let's see. Is that Raven? Is that how I'm saying that? Switch to YouTube. The noise isn't as loud as it was on Instagram. Oh, like the noise outside? Can you hear it really loud on Instagram? Holy shit. We have a baby MMA in our house. Oh, I bet you do. Are you the referee or are you the promoter? Cool. Okay. I'm glad I pronounced the name correctly. I thought I did, but I just wanted to make sure. There's been a lot of times where I was very sure on the pronunciation of somebody's name, and I spoke aloud and made a complete ass of myself. Promotion. Kids don't listen to me. Oh shit. That's good. Yeah, I got out of the fight promoting business many years ago when I realized I was not good at it. So, and in case you were wondering, I'm totally fucking joking. So I'm gonna hit the. Oh, let me ask you guys this question too, before I forget. How often do you think I should put videos up? Because the only people who tell me they like the frequency of my videos are the ones who like it when I post every day. And they're like, I love that I could, like, it's like habit. I just like have my coffee and watch your videos every morning. But like when you don't hear anything else from people, when like I like skip days or when I go like twice a week, I never hear anything. So I don't know what is the best way to do it. And there isn't really any method that YouTube's like, oh, you should definitely do this. You should definitely do this. So I don't know if you guys had any like, oh, I like this. It doesn't matter to me. Like it's just Caitlin's 1 to 2 videos a week, and a podcast, 1 or 2 live streams. So that'd be like what, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you're like 5-ish. Jeff likes more frequent. Let's see. Raven says, I'm Raven Hawk, Raven Ramirez, Lori Carlson. Can you tell I used to be into RPG? Yes, I can. 3 to 5 variety. I like more frequent. Okay. Can you post shorter videos on poetry, maybe some readings? I have a goldfish brain for vids, and I have a separate understanding of writing and publishing. I'm actually going to be doing more reading poetry vids here. This month, like I spent the last couple months, guys, in case you haven't noticed, I've spent the last couple months trying to figure out like my new schedule and like what my fucking purpose is doing this. So, probably for sure the last month, I've just been kind of winging it because I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing right now. And I know I'm in this big transition phase in my life. And I was making a lot of content of me just like walking to the store or like looking at food because I had no idea what to do and my brain was processing a bunch of different ideas. So the idea now is an audiobook on YouTube every month, ebook chapbooks every month, and then quarterly big fat paperbacks, whether they are more how-to things, whether they are poetry, whether it's a novel, whether it's short story collections, like it could be anything. But that is the idea. And like the whole way like the Anarchy Crew works is completely changing. My membership tiers are changing. I'm debating on if I should be doing more stuff on Patreon. That's kind of up in the air right now too. I don't know if I'm going to be doing more things there. But I do think that all the members on at least on YouTube, I'll be sending them the ebooks like as they come out, kind of thing. So that is a plus, I guess. But I have my stubborn understanding of writing and publishing. And Raven says you are building a community. I would like to think I'm building a community. Sometimes I don't think the community is very communal. But if anything, instead of building community, if that isn't actually something that I'm doing, if I can inspire people to make and build community, then I fucking really hope I could do that. If I could inspire somebody to do anything, even if it's doing it one time, that's amazing. And I'm super appreciative of the opportunity to be able to do that. But yeah, I realized what makes me unique compared to other people. And I'm not saying this to toot horns or anything like this. I'm saying this because I've lived the life I've lived for so fucking long that I was not aware that the life I was living was very different than other people's lives. And I realize that a lot of the things that people like about me isn't really necessarily my work as much as the idea of how I have done what I have done is inspiring to people. And if that's the case, then that's fine. Just now that if I've inspired you, go fucking do something. Make me proud. Don't make me mad that I wasted my life inspiring you for you to fucking sit and watch reruns of Friends. For fuck's sake, people. So long story short, too late, asshole. There are a lot of changes coming. And I mean, the move is going to be one of the biggest changes ever. Friends, yuck. Okay, Dark Shadows. I'm sorry, Raven. I'm a part of the community. Something to note. I think as poets, many of us are inclined to be hermits. I don't know, though, just my experience. Bro, you are so fucking correct. And that's fine. I think what my expectations were even though I myself am very introverted and I need a lot of time by myself to recharge my batteries and shit like that, I was hoping that there would be a lot more there'd be a lot more like kind of punk rock poets. And I don't mean punk rock like the music, but like the mentality, you know, like the like fuck you, I'm gonna kick in your teeth, and you know, maybe we could share a beer afterwards. Like that kind of like mentality in the community. And I think for the most part, whether it's been it's been beaten out of people, or that just people write poetry because that's how they express their emotion. That's how they get to know themselves and how they work through their shit. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been a big fucking like in your face person. And I think I was pushing that on people. Sorry, that's going to be fucking loud because, you know, small dicks equal loud pipes. Just saying. Yeah, so I was pushing. Nope, these fucking guys. All right, we'll give this a minute. Are you fucking done? All right, I think they're done. What a dick. God, that's so like a little fucking kid. Like, are you done? Yeah, bitch. Like when they're walking away. Okay, let's see here. Do poems about warp drives even count as punk rock? Sci-fi poetry is niche enough to be under. Yeah, totally. And I'm not trying to say like like it's funny because I've talked to a few poets who came from like the punk scene and like the band scene, and what it's like when you're in a band and you're like hucking and shucking and like flyering places and like trying to like just build stuff. Whereas I feel like a lot of poets are like, I'm a poet, I wrote a poem, and either people are going to come look at it or they're not. I don't care. I just wrote a poem. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the mentality of how I came up and all this stuff is completely different. And so when you're in a room full of people who that's how they look at stuff, like it makes me automatically feel like an outsider. And instead of just accepting that that's how everybody was, I'm like, no, everyone do what I'm doing. Come on, guys, change. Be like me. This is fun. Look. And I don't have to be like that. I just have to understand and accept that not everyone wants to be like that. And that was kind of not necessarily a downfall, but I couldn't understand why other poets didn't want to be like that. And 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 for a long time I was looking at it like I need to help these people see, but I don't. You know, it's just like people do what they're gonna do when the fuck they want to do it, and that's fine. Like, holy noise pollution, Batman. Yeah, dude, if Batman was here, shit. Oh man. But anyway, I write a lot of dark confessional poetry, so I've always been on the outs. Yeah, and I think a lot of people end up writing poetry because they feel on the outs. So it's fine. We're all the same, guys. Like, all of us are the same. We're just like working through our shit and writing about warp drives. Okay. And it's fine. There is nothing wrong with any of us. But if I can inspire anyone at any given time on any given thing, then that's enough for me. And I'm happy to fucking do it. So, all of you, give yourselves a hand. God damn it. So, again, just have a few left of Drinking Less, Poems Over Kitty, Last Chance, On the Beach, P.O. Box 3054, and Los Angeles. Where am I going to put that? Okay. I only have 2 left. Probably, these numbers have probably changed since this stream started. I only have 2 left of Red Book, Type Hard, Death by Datura, 13 Miles South of Hell. Probably one of those. Funeral for a Friend and Off the Grid. I only have 1 left of Shit Poems, Coldest Beer in the Desert, One Night, and Type Drunk. And now officially sold out is Abnormal Brain, Fuck You, MacArthur Park, Type Fast, Type Daily, Tonight, and One Man Massacre. So for everyone who put orders in last month, like, thank you so fucking much. It means the world to me. And if you act now, everybody. Now. Extra is only $1 on my Etsy shop. So you can pick this one up and then hopefully pick up some other shit too while you're there. The prices for the books range anywhere from $1 to $15 for the ones that I don't have a lot left of. Most of them are around $5 to $7 though. So, anywho, I think Adam is about to go live now. Am I correct in that assessment, folks? I'm going to jump off of Instagram so I could check this out. Have a great evening, everyone. Off to Adam's show. Okay, tell Adam I said hello. And if you guys want to stick around for a little bit longer and do like a post show, we can do that. Let me see if I can change this. What does this do? I don't know what this says. I've never done this thing where I get to make a thing in Instagram, like a, what do you call it? What do you call those things? Like your thumbnail, but it's not a thumbnail because it's like a big stupid thing. Yeah, we'll do that. Fuck it. I'm just gonna add it. I don't want to share on Facebook. Oh my god, my alarm's going off to wake me up so I could come do my fucking stream. Unbelievable. Okay. So that's done. I did that. See you, Matt. Yep, you take care, brother. And if anyone's still here, we could still hang out. I'll give it another few minutes here. I'm just making sure this does what it's supposed to do. And maybe we can talk. I don't know. We could talk about whatever you guys want. We could talk about traveling. We could talk about learning languages. We could talk about dating. We could talk about whatever you feel like. Still here for a bit. Got to get the kiddos set up to go outside. What are your travel plans? My travel plans are to get the fuck out of here as soon as I fucking can. That is the first item up. But again, like I kind of want to keep some things a surprise, but I've realized I've fucked up a lot of that shit already. So, beep, beep. There it is. So this is what it's going to be. I'm going to do Southeast Asia first. And then the plan was from Southeast Asia, do that for a period of time, and then do maybe South and Central America, and then the Caribbean, and then back into the Mediterranean. The whole idea here is that I want a beautiful beach. Damn it. And I want it to be affordable. I want an affordable, beautiful beach. So if I could pick, I want a white sand beach. I want turquoise fucking water. Wait, what's that fucking thing? Trust fund, blue eyes. I felt like I was that fucking chick for a hot minute there. Yeah. So, oh yeah, I want a man in finance. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. Dot check. So yeah, and like, because originally the only place that I wanted to go to, as far as me knowing beautiful beaches, was I wanted to go to the Maldives. But the Maldives is a little pricey. And when I realized, fuck, that scared the goddamn shit out of me. Mindy, thank you. Okay, I feel like I'm going to have to do another one of these videos in a couple days here because I feel like thank you, Mindy. I feel like a lot of shit is going to be different by tomorrow. But the Maldives is expensive, and Southeast Asia has some beautiful beaches that I think kind of are even better than the Maldives from what I've seen. But like the whole Mediterranean area also has like Sardinia and Italy, and that's fucking ridiculous. But then again, I also wanted to go to the Caribbean and like even in Mexico and go to like Tulum and shit like that. But when I was checking a lot of stuff out, like the water is a lot rougher over there. Whereas in like Southeast Asia, it's really calm and it's tranquil. And I've grown up my whole life like right next to the Pacific Ocean with big ass fucking waves. And surfers and shit like that. And I just want to like snorkel in reefs and look at pretty fish and drink coconuts and eat mangoes and like ride on little boats that go slow. Like, and I just want to type. Yeah, so I have found some exciting places to go. One of those exciting places is apparently right outside my door because, you know, like the LAPD has to be circling the neighborhood with a helicopter now because I think they just realized that people were voting. And they're like, oh, we need to get on top of this. But anyway, so the Philippines is obviously going to be the first place I go to because they have the best visas for tourists. You can stay in the Philippines for up to 3 years by extending your visa without having to leave and come back. And when you do leave and come back, you can just like go land somewhere and then fly back like right away. You don't have to be gone for a long period of time. But like places like Vietnam, like I think there it's every 30 days you would have to leave and make a visa run. Thailand, I think, is 30 days. It might be 60 days. It's somewhere around there. But like even like Malaysia and Indonesia, all of these places are anywhere from like 30 to 90 days that you have to like turn around and leave again. There are some other places in like Central and South America that have pretty decent visas and stuff like that. And even some places in Europe have pretty easy visas. But for the amount of beautiful beaches there are in the Philippines, I feel like I'm going to have better luck finding a beach there. But once I get there, that wherever I find, because I'm going to be going through the Philippines first, whatever place I find that I like, I want to make that my home base. I want that to be. Oh, I think they finally noticed that there was a car there. I want that to be my home base. So going from, because I could live pretty much anywhere in the Philippines for a lot less than I live here, and I could live a lot better. So there's that. But then I could also like from the Philippines like fly to Vietnam and go to like Da Nang and Nha Trang and like check those places out. And it would cost like, I don't know, like I think it's like flights like that or anywhere from like 50 to $100 to like just jump around in that little area right there. um I like Thailand. I'm not overly excited to go to just because I feel like it's just been like I hear so much about it. But there are some beautiful beaches there, and so like yes, I want to go to Phuket and I want to go to Krabi and like check those places out too. But like I'm in no hurry to do that. Malaysia and Indonesia. There's this beach in Indonesia, and it's not Bali or anything like that. It's I always forget the name of it, but that was the first place that I saw that like drew me to Southeast Asia, actually. But so if you guys want me to give you more exact locations in the Philippines, the plan is probably like a month in Boracay or Boracay. And then that was the idea. I would stay every place for a month to get like a good feel for it, and then do Coron, and then do El Nido, and then go down through Palawan all the way down to Balabac, and then from there probably go over to Cebu and do like Oslob and Moabol, and then go to Bohol and Panglao and Sikihor and maybe Camagan and Surigao. And yeah, and figuring that shit out, then that would be whatever. And then hopefully through doing all of that shit, I will find a place where I'm like, ooh, I could live here the rest of my life. Like, this place is so amazing. I love this place. And then I would just travel to all of those other places that I talked about until I was balling so big and I got money coming out my freaking eyeballs that I could go, oh, I'm going to get one of those floating stilt houses in the Maldives, like something like that. But that's the plan, you know. So if you guys want to look up more beautiful places, like especially in like Corone and El Nido, like look up like Twin Lagoon, Big Lagoon, all of the like awesome little like boat tours and stuff. But Ballabak is fucking unbelievably gorgeous. Like it's just, but yeah, like Alona Beach and Panglao is really gorgeous. Onda Beach and Bohol is really gorgeous. Boracay is just amazing. It's very touristy, but it's fucking beautiful. And but yeah, like Corona and El Nido, dude, like fucking ridiculous. But the other thing I was gonna say is medical. Like medical tourism is like a really big thing. And there's a lot of people who travel from all over the world and go to like Bangkok or Kuala Lumpur for medical treatment, like the best doctors in the world for affordable prices and stuff like that. And just looking at like what you get when you go to a hospital in these places and the kind of service you get and the attention to detail and the just the overall care for the money that you're paying is ridiculous compared to the shit show that is the American fucking medical system. And I'm not shitting on America. I'm not like, I hate America, blah. I'm just saying our medical system is garbage compared to every other fucking country in the world for the most part. So much so that anyone who has any fucking money fucking goes halfway around the world for any kind of fucking medical treatment. So, knowing that, I'm excited to like every 6 months or a year, like going to Bangkok for like a full once over on everything I could possibly ever fucking need done and have it cost less than what I would pay a month's rent in LA. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's the other thing. But like, there's things I need to get, things I need to do. One thing that I'm not sure of, and this was brought to my attention, and it's something I'm like actually really kind of freaked out about, is state taxes, because I'm still like an American citizen. I'm going to be traveling on tourist visas. I'm not claiming residency anywhere. But I know some states have different laws, like you have to pay state taxes if you lived um, X amount of days outside of the state or something like that. Like it's weird. But some states are a lot more lenient than other states, and California is a really high tax state. And I was talking to some people from California who have been traveling a lot, and they got fucked hard on taxes. And so I need to make sure that they got fucked hard because they're idiots and not because like they broke some rule with residency that would make you have to pay more taxes than a normal California resident would. And if that's the case, then I need to claim residency in another state. And I know South Dakota has this thing where I don't know why, but they're like trying to lure digital nomads to claim residency in South Dakota. So you could literally get off the plane, go to the DMV, right then and there that day, get a driver's license saying that you are now a resident of South Dakota and like your state taxes are way lower or some shit. So that's that. Florida is another state that has pretty lenient taxes. I think it's a little harder to claim residency in Florida. And then you have to be able to look yourself in the face every day when you look in the mirror and say, like, I am a resident of South Dakota or I am a resident of Florida, and not want to commit suicide. So, I said the S word. This just got demonetized, but whatever. It's a live stream. Hopefully the replay won't get fucked too late. I probably said the F word more times than anybody. Whatever. Wyoming has no state tax. Dude, you know what I realized? I saw this thing the other day that Wyoming has the fewest residents of any state in the country. And there is more. I'm trying to figure out how they worded it. There is more land per person in Wyoming than any other state in the country, which is crazy because I thought for sure Alaska would have had that because Alaska seems really big. So I don't know. Maybe I made up that last tidbit, but I thought that's what I heard. So that's true. Yeah, I got to figure out like this whole taxing thing because state taxes, since I don't have dependents anymore, state taxes have been the thing that have been like really like nailing me, whereas federal taxes are pretty decent. Are there 500,000? I thought it was like 400,000 or something. But I mean, still, that's fucking crazy. Like, there's, I think, 4.5 million people in Los Angeles. And I think half of those people are outside my window right now. So that must be really nice, actually. But yeah, so those are the plans. I don't know if that is overly exciting. 581,381 in 2022. Well, there you go. It's growing. So yeah, so that's what's up, guys. I'm hoping I find a place that I feel is home, because I feel like I've never really had a home other than saying Southern California as a whole. Like, I don't feel like I have like a hometown, and it would be really nice to find a home, find a place where I really feel like I belong and is mine. I'm going to get teary eyed now. So I'm going to wrap this up, I think. Mental health wise, I've been doing a lot better. I'm doing really, really well. But I have noticed I am crying more again, but it's more joy crying. So, be it as it may, carpe diem, come see, come saw, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, all of those sayings. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And if you guys have any questions that you want to see me make videos on over the next couple weeks, be sure to leave them in a comment on one of the videos or just drop me an email. Yeah, checking out the most beautiful beaches in the world is a good way to seek help. I fucking hope so. Fingers crossed. That is the plan. Oh, and I am now 48 pounds lost. I don't know what I'm going to do when I hit 50, but I'm going to try really hard today to not eat anything in hopes that I could get to 50 pounds. And then I'm going to do something stupid. I'm so excited that I've lost that much weight. And and I probably should have said this at the beginning. I'm also doing a 30-day planking challenge for the month of June. I don't fucking know why. I just, now that like I'm feeling better, I want to see if I could do that and how long I could do it each time I do it. So that is the goal. Last night I did 2 minutes. So we will see how long I can go. And then hopefully I will be in a bikini before you guys know it. And then when I walk on the beach, that song will start playing and it'll go, all the pretty girls walk like this, 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 this. And it'll just be me stomping my fucking big ass feet. It'll be awesome. Okay, guys. Anyway, hugs and kisses to all of you. Mwah. And I will see you guys later. Have a good week. Bye.